Hi everyone. Just want to thank you for watching the video. And at the end, I would so appreciate it if you would give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, or leave a comment below about what your favorite item was that I got from thrifting. And I've got quite the haul. I'm going to split this up probably in 2 or 3 videos because I have a lot. But I'm going to go ahead and start out. I'll do some fabric that I had picked up. And then, let me see, got this little stack here I'm gonna run through. Okay, well, I got quite the stack here. Whoop. Quite the stack. Okie dokie. Whoops. Okay. So I have this that has a house. Now, I'm thinking this got mixed in. I want to say I already showed this stuff. I don't know why I'm having like deja vu, maybe just looking at it. But here are 2 quilt squares. So if I did show this, well, here we go again. It's not deja vu for you. It was because, oops, I'd already recorded it. But maybe I didn't. I'm not sure. So it's a quilt. They're quilting squares. But I love the house, and I'm doing a journal for myself on my house experience. So I picked that up. And then there were some offcuts of some upholstery fabric, but I just thought the colors were just lovely. And I'm doing a journal that's in this color, this like corally kind of red color. And I've got this wild, like this looks like coral, that, you know, the coral kind of looks like a brain. I know that's not what it's called, but. And then this is, I think, skirt fabric, like something you would use for a shift dress. I love when I washed it, it frayed this edge. And you know what? That just reminds me of a Chanel suit. You know how the Chanel suits had the frayed edge all the way around, or I think they still make the classic Chanel suit. So anyway, I picked that up because I've got a lot of these colors and I want to do like a quilted kind of cover in corals and that. This is just a strip. I think it's the edging of what was supposed to be a quilt. You know how they put the edging along there? Oh, it was a calico duck pillow. And then here is this really cool, it's called Cat's Picture Book Patches. So I guess you were supposed to make a picture book of cats, but it has like all these different cats. I think there's 6 different ones in here. And I do have some cat cats and dog kits coming up. Probably what I'll end up doing with this is I always put my kits in an envelope, and I may just make an envelope out of these because, yeah, and then you can cut them up and use them on your cover if you want. We got this pretty little blue and white calico print. I see something orange in here, and I don't know what that is. Oh, maybe it's just on the fabric. And so I thought that was really sweet. This green, I love this green color on like a tan background. I'm getting ready to do some quilted journals, so offcuts are awesome. This is some more like decorator fabric, summery, so pretty. Be pretty on a binding for a summer journal. And then I got this, which I showed you my last red one. Well, I went to a different thrift store and they had this retro 60s pantsuit type. I love it. It's red and silver. So these will make their way into my Christmas journals. I just think it's so stinking cute. And then I got some quilting squares. This is pastels. There's 2 of them. They're very large. So there's one. Oh, the other one's underneath it. It's here. This is the other one. They'll make a nice base for a journal. I see a lot of journal making coming up. Oh. Okay, then remember I showed you a couple of videos, maybe in my last one, and I couldn't find the pattern, but I bought those sheets that I just loved. They were like blue and green and purple. And I found this pillowcase. However, the pillowcase was in pretty rough shape, but the edge was perfect. I cleaned it, and then I just tore the edging off. So I have this whole edge because I do definitely want to make that journal with that pattern. And this goes so much better. It doesn't have the purple in it. So it goes really well with that one pattern that I had with the girl. And I thought this would make such a cute, even if I did a long and skinny journal and just put her on here, it would be so adorable. So that is probably going to be my next project just because I'm super excited about it. Here's some more quilting cotton. This will go in with my fall. I think this is more fallish. And I don't have very many fall fabrics, so I'll put that in with my fall things. And then these were pillowcases also. However, they were in pretty rough shape, but I love the shabby chicness of the cabbage rose, these big roses on there and the leaves. So there were 2 of them. And it's an interesting, it's almost like flour sack. It's an interesting fabric. And I personally would never had slept on these because I don't find that is really soft. But anyway, but I thought for the edging, it would be so pretty, just to kind of cut this out and put it on the front of a journal or even down like the spine of the book. So I did get the pillowcases and I just tore off the rest. And I actually did it in the thrift store and then donated it back or whatever, because we have scraps. They like one-offs, like badly stained clothing and all that. They recycle all that, which I found was very interesting. Like one shoe, one sock, things like that. So we have a bin, they bale it and they send it off to be recycled, which I found was really interesting because I always wondered what happened to that stuff, when you go in there. Okay, then I got some sewing things. I did find some black. Remember I told you that I wanted to go back to that one thrift store and get the black. So here it is. So I got the black, and with the black came some red, which I didn't have any red. So that was kind of cool, but I did get some black embroidery floss. So I was excited about the fact that that was still there. And then there was this bag of whatnot. Some stuff. I don't actually even know what's in here because I just took it. Oh, I got a freebie necklace in here. I see why it's in here because it's all knotted around this double wide bias tape. So there's some bias tape in here, blue and yellow, and then if this is blanket binding, okay, it's not, because I'm like, blanket binding has been seeking me out. Oh my goodness, this green goes perfectly with this. Okay, I may have to put that together. Anyway, okay. Of course, I have to get the zippers, and these are extra long zippers. So this is going to be, I'm excited about these because they are a neutral color, and I want to make myself some little bags, like travel bags and things like that. And because I got the new Tim Holtz canvas fabric it's called Embark, and I wanted to make some bags with it to travel. So I do got 4 of those came in that bag. And then I got these little baggies apparently in here of some buttons from someone's collection. Here's a little glass one. This is cute. Little glass one, which I needed some. Like I said, oh, these are like the little baby buttons. How cute is that? 29 cents, right? This is an old La Mode. I mean, they have new ones, but this is an older. And then there's just like purples and glass and all these little tiny ones. Let's put these out. Let's see what's in here. It's left on the fabric. So just some tans and whites. Here's a Nautica, a little tiny Nautica. That's newer. And then this one, don't you just love like treasure? Going through little treasures that you don't know is in there. You just buy the bag because you're like buttons and sewing things. So much fun. see. There's some coats. That's a coat. This goes to a drapery, those circles. But these are fun because you can crochet around them, make cute little crocheted circles. A little baggie of buttons. These are little white and some pink. These are, I need these little white and pink ones for some bookmarks I'm getting ready to make. They'll find their way in. I wonder, I can probably take this apart and just use these little crystal beads on here. These are glass. And I would just take the chain off. So that is a to-do on another day. I'm doing those scripture journals. So I did get this. And this is another thing. I don't know if I already showed this. So this is the Gospel of John. And so I'm doing some scripture journals, and that I'm going to have some of these like little pamphlets tucked in pockets and things like that. So this also, I don't know what this was out of, because the cards were just by themselves, but they're all postcards. And oh, it says From Amazing Animal Facts Postcards, published by Clarkson Potter, copyright 2016. But they're all inked, and they come in just different animals and spiders and cockroaches, grasshoppers, lies. They're really cute sketches, though. Look at the snail. You know, and they're black and white, so this could be good to toss in, and then you could watercolor them, or you could color them in if you, well, not the zebra, but, well, I guess you could color a zebra in. Elephants, pandas, so there's like duplicates, a sloth. These are ones that are in the jungle. Flamingos, a chicken. This must be in the wrong place. That's not a jungle animal. Owls, look how cute these owls are. Super cute. Super cute. The longest recorded flight of a chicken is 13 seconds. Interesting. I got another roll of this crochet twine. Love this. Whenever I can get it, I do pick it up. Okay. Then my friends and I went out to lunch, and our silverware came in these little bags, and I took them. And they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I can use these in my journals. And these are newer friends, so they don't realize, you know. Do you have friends like that they're not artists, and they don't journal, and they don't junk journal? And so when you try to like sneak stuff off the table so they don't see, well, they caught me getting their paper things. So anyway, they just laugh at me. They don't care. Okay. I found some of the paper rolls for calculators, and whenever I can find these, I pick them up because these are great for like decoupaging, stamping, whatever you want to do. I always get the one that's paper, because if you get the thermo one, it has a weird coating on it. And although you can do fun things with the thermo heat, Louisa Heisel did something with those. But these are not the thermal ones. These are just the paper, recycled paper rolls. So I pick those up whenever I can find them. And I will I've got probably enough of them now where I'm going to give each person that comes to my retreat like a whole roll, and they can take it home with them. I found some index cards, of course. You know, you always have to pick those up. I have some actually tea staining and drying in my oven currently. And I have some, I'm getting ready to do some avocado dyeing. So I'm going to keep those out. Found, again, some wallpaper. Thought this was super pretty wallpaper border. They had 4 rolls, but I was like, what are you going to do with 4 rolls of this stuff, right? So I only took the one opened one. Then I got 2 of these books because I am right now doing Fodder School 2. I'm behind in the game, but I'm trying to finish up before Fodder School 3 starts. And one of the things we do in Fodder School 2 is that you have to alter one of these, like a book board book. And so I found these, and they are the same size, and they were 50 cents a piece, but I thought that's really cool because they were both the same size, even though they're by different people. But I was pretty excited about the size. It's probably like a 6x6, so that's a nice size to work in. So I got those for Fodder School. I found these while I was volunteering, And these are the Little Miss series. It's called Mr. Men and Little Miss series. And anyway, I just thought the little characters, I guess I'm thinking these are, so it's the flashcard on one side and the answers on the other with the character. So the character gives you the answer, Little Miss Sunshine. I was not, I think this is past my age or era. Let me see. And 1983. Okay, so my daughter was born in 88. So this was before my daughter would have had these. So I'm not familiar with them, but I just thought they were super cute. If these were part of your childhood, let me know down below and let me know what it had to do with. So was it a cartoon or something in a Sunday paper? When I was volunteering, I found this. So I've got some lace and some trim in the yellow, some trim. I always cut the top off because I think this width makes a great pocket. So I didn't used to buy the ruffle trim, but now that I know I can cut that edge off and it'll flatten out, I do use it for that. So that's a big roll of this lace trim. Then I found these two sweet handkerchiefs, which this cut off. This is so pretty. Look at this. It's so delicate too. It's very delicate, but I thought that was really pretty. And then this has yellow, and I'm getting ready to do my mom's journal, and it is yellow. So I'm going to be working on that here. Maybe, I don't know. It's pretty hard because I just lost her within this year. So it's might be something that I have to just do on my own, or maybe do a voiceover or something. I don't know. I found two more patterns. So not that I needed more, but I can't pass them up. And so I got these. I love her with her hands on her hip. And you know, the part that bothered me about these is that they stamp the fabric store across the girl. It's so irritating. Why can't they just stamp the fabric store like up here in the blank area? Why do they have to put it on where the girls and the guys are? I guess because they didn't think back in the 60s and 70s that we would be, probably using this for art. But see, they went across her top. Fortunately, the words kind of stopped there, so that's not that hard to do. But I love this robe. Look at the short robe. Look at these two. Let me see. This is the older one. So yeah, 73. Simplicity started putting the copyright date on them. Let's see. This one is 1967. Anyway, these are in great shape. They make great covers. So I got those. And then more of embroidery floss in different colors that I didn't have, but I did find a black there, so I did take it. But again, because I'm doing that women's retreat, multiples that are, that way I can hand them out to everyone. So we're gonna do some slow stitching. And I found these owl. So I'll put these in with my fall stuff, but I found these owl pillow. I guess they're pillows. I like to do a quilted pillows. There's two of them on here, and then the trim. So is that what these are? If anybody knows, I never made these, but I'm assuming that's for a pillow. If you know what that's for, give me a comment below and let me know. All right, then I found this faded vintage tablecloth. Whenever I can find these, I pick them up just because I love the fabric and I love the colors and I love the prints. And I haven't soaked this one yet, so it'll get soaked. It has some stains, but I can get them out if they're not too bad. This one's pretty bad in the center. Because that's where they would put something hot down, and they usually have like burn holes in them or something like that. But this one didn't have any holes in it, and I just thought the muted tones were super pretty. It's like a pastel-y, pinks and blue, aqua, yellowy, like a yellowy green. So I thought that one was really pretty. I picked them up. I use them out when I go camping in my vintage camper, and I put them on a plastic. I get the clear shower. If you get the clear shower curtains from the Dollar Tree, you can put your vintage tablecloths down on the and then put the clear plastic over top of it, the shower curtain over top of it, and use that to protect them. That way you don't have to worry about them getting stained, and you can use them and you don't have to keep washing them. That's a little camping trick for you if you want to use vintage linen, if you have a vintage camper, or if you want to use your vintage linen. Okay, I got this massive, I got one the other day, and now I found this other massive volume library. Okay, it's massive. It's called the Volume Library. This is probably, goodness gracious, it's another one. Remember I had the dictionary in my last couple of videos. This is almost 4 inches, 3 3/4 thick. This is going to be so good for like pressing paper, pressing flowers. In fact, I think I put some little wildflowers in here. Let me look. This volume is from, originally it was 1917, but this one here is from 1969. It is just a massive book. Biography, animals, arts, careers, child development, earth science, economic and business, education, health, government and law, geography, food and agriculture. Look at United States, world, social science, philosophy and religion, plants. There's some little, stuff. They got homemaking, industry and technology, mathematics, literature, language and grammar, and history. And I love the different page fonts in here. So this is animals. It's got some black and white in here. What is this thing? The inner skeleton of silica that houses the spherical nucleus. Interesting. A butterfly coming out. Ostrich. Birth of an ostrich. What is that? A young aardvark. He is funky. Anyway, bears, chimpanzee. So it has little pictures in here along with some artwork, and I need to be careful of artwork. So it has arts. I do have a dinosaur kit I'm working on right now. I just need to, so they have colored photography in here as well as black and white images. This is a pretty famous print right here. It's a unicorn, 14th century tapestry, the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I believe I saw that in person. And then somebody went through this and wrote like pretty, when they thought something was like pretty or nice, they went through it. Mandrake. So, and they circled the flowers. I don't know. They put letters next to it. I'm not really sure, like B, 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 B. I have no idea. But it's been penciled, so I'm hoping it's not on the actual picture. And then there are credits given. Some are from the National Audubon Society, and some came from Walt Disney Productions. Because remember when Walt Disney used to do the Wild World of Animals, or what was that called? I can hear it in my head, the beginning of it. So, yeah. So anyway, I thought this was pretty cool. Sciences, recreation. Look at camping. My sister had this tent. Is it? It's the one that's like super heavy canvas, and it weighs so much. And she used it one time. It was like, she called it her Out of Africa experience. And she had chandelier hanging in there, and she brought a tapestry rug to lay down, and she wanted that whole Out of Africa experience. But she thought she could put it up by herself because the YouTube channel she watched from the company that makes these did one with a girl, and she was setting it up by herself. So she came down, and I was watching her having my coffee, set up her tent. She's like, I need to do this by myself because I wanted to go camping by myself with her dog at the time. And so anyway, she could not get the stakes put in the ground. And then I helped her. So I got the stakes in the ground because she just wasn't strong enough because it's hard pan, where we were camping. So I got the stakes in the ground, and then she's like, okay, let me do the rest by myself. But you can't. And so I'm like, where's this video that shows you how to put this thing together? And I said, did you really watch it? She's like, yeah, kind of. And I'm like, okay. So I watched the video. You know what they did? Every time there was a hard part that actually took a second person, they did a cutaway. And then the next thing you know, the girl's got it set up behind her. And I'm like, yeah, no, this is so not right. So I ended up writing to the company and told them that we got sold. My sister was sold a bill of goods thinking that she could do this by herself. There is no way. It's like 8 feet tall at the peak. And these are tension. There's like tension that holds it up. And someone has to like stand on the bottom so that it doesn't spring across and or the poles don't come apart. And I thought I was going to lose a finger at one point. And yeah, it was just, so she's crying and I'm like, what are you crying for? And she's like, I had this whole dream of me and Gabby, her dog, camping, going on the weekends and going camping together. And yeah, so that didn't happen. So it was just in a big piled mess. She just tossed it in her car afterward, never folded it back up. And it was in a big pile of mess in her storage unit. So, oh, geez, my sister cracks me up. She cracked me up. I found this. Okay, now this is the best part of treasure hunting. Let me tell you, I found this at a thrift store, and I was so excited. It was all taped shut, and I think they were asking $4 for it. And that day, blue was half off when I went, so I paid $2 for this. But I wanted the transparency film because I'm taking a class where you have to put pictures, old photos on transparency film. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to go buy some because mine, which I have, is in storage right now. So I went and I was like, okay, I need some, but I didn't want to go buy it at the store because it's so expensive. So I was so excited when I saw this. They had another packet of it that was like $9.99 and then half off would have been $5. But then I saw this one. Underneath the transparency was like ephemera, which I was like, what? And this is why we go hunting for treasures, because sometimes you find some fun little stuff. And I felt like this was a definite nod to me because Snoopy was in it and I love Charles Schultz. So anyway, this is a postcard, hadn't been used, says, say something nice to everyone you meet today. It'll drive them crazy. I thought that was so fun. Yeah, so I have a couple more books and then I'll finish up on this video. Okay, got some books. I've got this Teacher's Guide to the Program. How cool is that? End paper. This is a neat book. It's long and narrow, so it's kind of cool. Especially for folding, to use it in the insert, because you can, that way when you go to fold it, then the writing is, this way. These are going to be perfect pages for inside a junk journal. That's perfect. So this is fun. It's got cute little images in that one. This is the complete holiday cookbook. You know me. Okay, so the reason why I bought this one was because I needed to make a dessert for, there was a funeral at our church and we were asked to help bring some stuff and they signed me up for dessert. So I bought this and because I don't have my cookbooks with me, and there was a couple of good desserts in here. And then I found these holiday hermits, and my great aunt, I think I told you before, used to make hermit cookies when I was a kid, and I don't have her recipe. So I did find one in another cookbook and I have this one. So I'm going to compare. I just need to, do that so I know where it is. Fudge. Then I got the Crockery Cooker Cookbook because I have a Ninja Foodie and it has a slow cooker in it. So I'm always looking for fun recipes to use in there. And so someone had done this herb round steak. That sounds good. A Mexican flank steak, vegetable top rump roast. I do a great rump roast in the slow cooker. But now I'm not using it as a slow cooker. I do the pressure cooker to do my roasts, and it comes out wonderful, and it's done in an hour, and it's perfect, vegetables and all. But anyway, these will be, there's some good different ones in here, so I'll go through these and pick out the ones that I like. Basic Reader Primer. This is super cute. Oh my gosh, I love the illustrations in this. How cute are they? I love finding, okay, that's a different illustrator. That's not the same illustrations as the front of the book. And that is a different illustrator too, unless they can just do both. See that's a different illustrator. So maybe it's illustrated by a couple of people. Yeah, it's done by 2 different people. 1966. This is, oh my gosh. All the words. Oh, that's cute. Anyway, okay. Oh, then I got a library. Not really sure why. Oh, I think because the book covers, this didn't have a book cover. And anyway, so this is, I believe, another one of those books that I had. Remember I told you I had that big thing? Yeah, because we used one of these in one of my TNs. So this is from the Golden Book Encyclopedia. No, this had, yeah, copyright 1959. And then here is a 1970s yearbook I picked up. It didn't have a cover. So this will be fun to use because you can cut, see these people, if you fussy cut around them, they're super cute to use. Oh my gosh, look at this. They have their pictures together. Oh, how cute is that? But see, you can just cut around her and use her, you know, and then I showed you how to use these. Okay, all kinds of signs. This one's, yeah. But again, I love, there's coloring on it. But again, I love the size of the book is perfect because you can just take this out and you can just fold it as a whole page and then your pictures aren't sideways, right? So your pictures are upright. How cute is that? So that, I love this size. And this looks like 1963. Oh, this is Golden Book Educational Services. Anyway, super, super cute. Love it. Look at this. Oh my goodness, I need this in my journal because my friend and I, Ronald McDonald, back in the day, used to have a whole kit, and it was a fundraiser to have a carnival, and you could have a carnival. So my friend, we were 10 years old. We sent away for this carnival kit. And I don't know how much the carnival kit was. I don't know if it was free back then or what, but you get the carnival kit. And we ended up having a carnival in her backyard that you could play all these little things. And we hand drew all little signs in her neighborhood. And I had the Snoopy snow cone maker, and we were making snow cones and selling those, and lemonade and candies. And yeah, anyway, I've got to save this for my own journal. That just brought back too many memories. And this is going to be perfect to be on the other side. So that's another one I need to add to my own. So that is the end of my haul. Thank you if you did hang in here with me for the whole thing. I appreciate it. And I will be back with another haul on Thursday, on Thrifty Thursday, which is use the hashtag. It is, I think her name is Sherry with Turquoise Dreaming, and I will leave a link below. So thank you for joining me again, and I will see you next week. And I will be back for a craft with me shortly. I'm going to be, to be honest with you, I need to get caught up on my pocket pages, and I'm not really sure what else, but I will be working on some things. Okay, bye guys.